For decades, audiences saw Tom Selleck as the picture of confidence. Whether he was solving crimes with a smile, commanding the screen with effortless charisma, or becoming one of television's most recognizable faces, he seemed untouchable. But behind that image was a surprising truth. There was one man who could challenge him in a way no one else ever could. One man whose presence demanded respect, whose talent inspired admiration, and whose influence quietly shaped parts of Selleck's career. And according to reflections Selleck has shared over the years, that man was James Garner. The question is why? What was it about Garner that left such a lasting impression on one of Hollywood's toughest leading men? Honestly, the answer begins long before fame entered either man's life. Both actors came from humble beginnings and carried a natural authenticity that audiences immediately trusted. They weren't polished Hollywood products. They felt real. In many ways, that authenticity became their greatest strength. Yet while Selleck was still fighting for opportunities, Garner had already become a television icon. His easygoing charm hid a remarkable skill set that many actors quietly admired. As Selleck's career began its ascent, particularly during the years that transformed him into a household name, he found himself compared to some of television's greatest leading men. Few comparisons surfaced more often than those involving James Garner. Both projected confidence without arrogance. Both possessed a rare ability to make difficult performances appear effortless. But here's what most people never realized. Selleck reportedly viewed Garner not as a rival but as a standard, a benchmark that seemed almost impossible to reach. And that's when the story takes an interesting turn. Success brought applause, magazine covers, and fame. Yet it also brought pressure. According to insiders, Selleck often paid close attention to performers who could command a scene without forcing it. Garner had mastered that art. Those close to the industry remember how actors frequently spoke about Garner's natural screen presence. He didn't need dramatic speeches or flashy performances. He could communicate volumes with a glance, a pause, or a subtle smile. The first major turning point came when Selleck gained enough experience to truly understand the craft behind what audiences perceived as effortless acting. At the time, nobody understood what was really happening behind the scenes. The more Selleck learned, the more he reportedly appreciated just how difficult Garner's style actually was. What looked simple was extraordinarily complex. And that realization changed everything. The second turning point arrived later in life. As the years passed and Hollywood evolved, many stars struggled to remain relevant. Yet Garner's legacy endured. Many believe this forced Selleck to reflect on what truly mattered in a career. Was it fame? Awards? Headlines? Or was it earning the respect of peers and leaving behind work that still resonated decades later? Then came the quieter years. The pace slowed. The spotlight softened. Reflection replaced ambition. Like many actors who spend a lifetime performing, Selleck began looking back at the people who influenced him most. It was later reported that he frequently spoke with admiration about those who shaped his understanding of the profession. Garner's name was often among them. Today, the story feels bigger than two actors. It speaks to mentorship without formal lessons, respect without rivalry, and the realization that even the strongest performers are inspired by someone who came before them. James Garner's influence extends far beyond his own career. Through the admiration of actors like Tom Selleck, his impact continues to reach new generations. Perhaps that's why this story still matters. It reminds us that greatness often recognizes greatness. And sometimes the people who inspire us most never need to teach a lesson directly. Their example becomes the lesson. As we remember the remarkable careers of both men, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your favorite Tom Selleck or James Garner memory in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more untold Hollywood journeys. Because sometimes the most powerful stories aren't about the stars who shine the brightest, but about the quiet influence that continues glowing long after the spotlight fades.